Hello guys, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I post daily prediction videos, other cool stuff around betting, and any other financial tips that I might have for you guys. Just before the video starts, I want to once again thank you so much for your recent support on the videos. The channel has just hit 100 subscribers, which is an immense milestone because when I started, I thought it would literally take me months on top of months to reach that. So the fact that we could achieve it in just under 5 weeks is actually incredible. But as you can already see on your screen right here, I got 7 games for you today that I got some absolute easy bankers on. So let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into the video. The first game I'll start off with is RB Leipzig vs Augsburg in the Bundesliga. As you can see here from the head-to-head stats, it's a pretty easy one. It's literally telling us what's going to happen. There's been plenty of goals in the last head-to-head games from these two teams. As you can see here, both had the over 1.5 goals or over 2.5. Just to be safe, for this one, I've decided to go with over 1.5 goals at the odds of 1.2. The next fixture I want to look into is Bologna versus Benevento. And this is an interesting one because the last 3 fixtures between these two sides have seen 13 yellow cards in total, with 9 of those cards arriving in the second half. Which is why for this bet right here, I've decided to go with over 0 cards for each team and over 1 card in the second half. I feel like to go for the goals is a bit unsafe and unsteady because as you can see here, they've both been conceding and scoring, but from the head-to-head stats, it's not really a reliable source. So I decided to go for the other alternative, which is yellow cards. And as I said, 13 yellow cards in the last 3 meetings. There's going to be plenty of yellow cards and so many of them coming in the second half. This bet is waiting to happen. The third bet I want to have a look into is the game in Netherlands in the Eredivisie between Waalwijk and FC Emmen. And this is an interesting one once again because the last 5 fixtures between these two teams have seen a total of 14 goals, which is why once again we're going to go for the goals market and we'll go with our 1.5 goals at the odds of 1.2. The reason why I've decided to go with over 1.5 and not 2.5 is because if you look at the head-to-head stats, you can see the last 3 games have ended in either 1.5 goals or less, which is why I feel like mathematically speaking, just from the stats alone, it is more likely that it's going to be over 1.5. Obviously, you could go under 3.5 as well. That's a possible alternative, but for the value, and I feel like the 1.5 is much more safer. So for this game alone, we're going to once again over 1.5 goals in the game. Now we're going to move over to La Liga over in Spain, and we're going to look into the game between Celta Vigo and Elche. And once again, it's another interesting game because both teams have received 2 or more yellow cards in their last 4 meetings, which is why making a over 1 card each for each team at the odds of 1.95 a very solid shout. As you can see here from the previous game, this bet came in the 72nd minute and there's been already extra yellow cards by then as well. Also, as you can see here from the stats, both teams have been on a horrendous run, so no one's going to want to make a mistake. So tackles will be made for sure because no one's going to want to go down and lose another game since both teams have already been on a very, very bad run. So that's the bet for this game. Is going to be over 1 card for each team at the odds of 1.95. Is a very, very solid shout. But once again, as always do, I will show you the bet slip at the end of the video. Now, the next bet I want to go into is the one in Australia in A-League and between the 2 teams of Macarthur FC and Adelaide United. And the interesting stat here is the fact that neither of these teams have played against each other yet in the A-League or in general, which is why usually in the A-League I do love to go for the over 1 cards for each team bet. However, even though both teams have been receiving plenty of yellow cards in their head games in the last matches, there isn't any history to back it up between these 2 teams, which is why I don't want to take that gamble. So I'm decided to play it safe and go with over 0 cards for each team at the odds of 1.28 just to be safe. I know that the odds have been quite low for quite a few of these games, but there's only a few games available and this is the best value for money I was able to find without putting myself and other people's money at risk. And now traveling back to England, we're going to move over to Championship between the games Blackburn and Preston. In this game, we'll be looking at the goals market, because if you look at it from head-to-head stats, we can see that Blackburn have not had a game where there's been more than 3 goals since this game here against Brentford in December last year. Now, once again, when we look at the same thing for Preston as well, there hasn't one happened in the last 5 games. And then when we look at the head-to-head, there's been only 2 games, one going back to nearly 3 years ago, 2 and a bit years ago, and the other one going back to about a year and a little bit ago as well. For this game alone, I've decided to go with under 3.5 goals at the odds of 1.28, which is again pretty low, but I feel like it is a pretty safe bet, especially when both teams have not scored 4 or more goals in their last 6 and 12 fixtures respectively. So that's my bet for this game. Now, last but not least, we're going to have a looking into Famalicão and Belenenses over in Portugal in the Primeira Liga. And the important thing for this game is the fact that both teams here are pretty much fighting relegation. As you can see, it's a 3-point game. And so I feel like there will be tackles flying in. No one's going to want to be dropping points and letting our team win. And once again, when we look at the head-to-head stats between these clubs, you can see here there's been plenty of yellow cards coming in. This fixture itself has seen 16 yellow cards in the last 3 games, which is literally telling us that both of these teams will end up in having over 1 cards in for each team. The only problem as of right now, as of I'm recording this, is the fact that Bet365 is not actually offering this market, which will potentially be on offer a little bit earlier to the kickoff. However, William Hill and other bookies are offering it. So if you want to get on the higher odds as of right now, as you're watching this video, I would say do that. Or you can wait till Bet365 potentially puts the odds for the card bet later on before the kickoff. So those are the 7 game bets that I have for today. As you can see on the bet slip, as I said, I only have 6 because the Portuguese league game is not actually available just yet. This is the bet slip where at £10 will return your comfortable £70, which is pretty good. It's a pretty solid bet, and I will be getting on it myself later on today. Just before the video actually ends, I want to say a huge thank you once again for your support. Please, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It helps me massively to grow this channel, and it motivates me to keep these videos coming out. But apart from that, make sure to also follow me on Twitter. I will be doing a giveaway for hitting 100 subscribers where you can win some free bets. So make sure you get over there and give me a follow. But apart from that, I hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you tomorrow for another video. See you later. Bye bye.